Happy New Year, you sluts! Welcome back to the Sky Syndrome podcast. I'm your host, Ben Gilman. Happy New Year. We have only got one person with me this week. But welcome back to the best TV podcast in the land, says I. There's no Helen, there's no Troy. I hope Helen feels better, and I don't know what Troy's up to, but hey, I have Tara Chloe. We're here to talk about dicks. Warning, this is the
Yes! Dicks.
We're here, but basically, we're just going to do. I don't know how long this is, but as you can tell, Tara's favourite subject is six packs and hot Asian men. This is right up our street this week. We're talking about. How are you, first of all, Tara? Before we even get into the shows we're going to talk about, how are you?
I'm good. Yep, very good.
Good. How was your week?
It's good. Pretty busy.
Okay, that's good. Awesome. So, I know what you've been watching. We're just going to get straight into season 2 because this is going to be a shortened episode today. We're just going to see where we go with it, but it will be a shorter one because there's a couple of shows that we want to talk about. Then we're just going to leave it and we just got to get something out. So, basically, I mean, let's talk about, that's basically just go straight into it. I mean, you have been watching Alice in Borderland. I've been watching Alice in Borderland season 2. I mean, shall we get the giant, big, 6-foot abs penis man out of the way first?
Yes, definitely.
Christ on a bike. The Docks game. So if you don't know what Alice in Borderland is, let's just quickly go through. Season 1, half of Japan goes missing, and there's a bunch of murderous games called Alice in Borderland, where people survive and have to keep surviving. It's a bit like Squid Game. Came out at the same time as Squid Game in 2021. And thankfully, thanks to Squid Game, it managed to get a second breath, and the popularity meant that it was able to get to a second season. And I actually think it's better than Squid Game. That's my opinion. But season 2 obviously is just came out at the end of last year. Tara started watching it. I finally started to watch season 2. So now the fight against the big kings is happening. The big bosses. But should we just talk about the dot game? We're just going to get into it because I know Tara wants to talk about it. There is a butt-naked guy in this.
Yes.
It's basically a game of tag. You've got so many points. It's the team over 2 hours of the most points. But there is one person who forgot to bring some pants. Tara, Chloe, when I saw this, you sent this in the WhatsApp group over the week.
Yes.
A naked guy. I didn't know it was going to be Borderland. When I watched it, I was like, of course. Of course, Tara Chloe's watched this show. I mean, just, dear Lord. I mean, I think there's even a bit where it's like not focused on him in the background. You can see his dick.
Yes, it's beautiful.
Dear God, do you want to take us through this?
Okay, sure. Yeah, okay. Now, so people, we are going to talk about Alice in Borderland.
Boom.
Yeah. So okay, and season 2 is back, and a few handful of people have survived, like Arisu, Usagi, and then a few of them. And the first episode ends with a butt naked dude, and played by none other than Yamabi, a dude from Johnny's Jr. I mean, personally, I don't really follow J-pop or Johnny's. Because when I was young,
he's got a big Johnny. I bet you.
Yeah, I'm not into Johnny's actually, more into K-pop stuff and all. But I knew Yamabi from the time I was a teenager or young, because literally, I grew up with Japanese media, but I wasn't so into J-pop. I was more into visual K back then.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nostalgic seeing him on screen again after like so many years. And his name is Kuma, by the way, and Kuma, King of Clubs. And I'm thinking, this dude is funny and naked, but he ain't the King of Clubs for nothing, He's sure got something up his butthole or his dick that, tricks that he's gonna play. I can't say he got something up his sleeve because he doesn't wear clothes. So basically, Arisu and gang, when they first see him, they are stunned. Their face is shit, like, their face is gold, like it's been hit by a shit ton of bricks. Like, what's this tingling doing here? Like this nudist with his tingling out doing here? And their face were just stoning, and they all thought he's crazy. So, and naked dude asked them, "Why you guys look so shocked?" And naked dude's friend said, "You're scaring them. Put on some pants, yo." Even his friends know better, and he's like, "What? Humans have been naked since the beginning." Then I'm like, "Then go to the Garden of Eden, stupid." So, and you know what's funny? Like he starts running around and walking around, and you know what? Someone actually made this comment on the internet. Like, how does he run without underwear? Does it hurt if someone runs without underwear?
I bet you there's a lot of sound. They've had to do a lot of sound sorting out of his dick just flapping.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, well, I'm not a guy, but
Do you reckon they
I like
taped it?
to ask the guys, is it painful to run without underwear?
Well, yeah, it's a bit like I would say it's a bit like women with breasts. Like you want to keep them holstered, you know?
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah, and it's like
flapping
go
around. I
painful
mean,
to
I
run
reckon
without.
they might have taped it, like in Drag Race, like tucked it to make sure that it's not causing any camera shots. I mean, the guy's six pack is like on display.
Yes,
I think
yeah,
that they completely. There are great bits where he's just on the floor, like with it resting on his arm, his hand,
yeah,
and they
yeah.
know what they're doing. I mean, I giggled. Me and my wife watched it together. This
The
episode.
thing is like so fucking big, and you know some of my other mates from London, they were like, "Whoa," when I shared that image.
Yeah, I mean, I was giggling every time we saw him. It was meant to be hilarious, and I did find it hilarious. To
Hmm?
be fair, it did the job. It was very good to see some comedy come into the show.
Yeah, so yeah, and I was saying like, what is snake bite his ding ding? His ding ding is, in the middle of a game or something, and how does he fight? And there was just so many comments like, oh, imagine having an actual combat with this guy or Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu match with this guy.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know what to say, but what if Matt Smith was like that,
I was about to say, if there was a Western remake of this, I'm sure you would say, like, what you're imagining Matt Smith in that role, aren't you? I can just imagine. I was watching, I was imagining that you were like, oh, if this was Matt Smith,
Yes,
ooh.
yes, yes. I'm pretty sure he may be gladly, happy to take on that role. Don't you think so?
I think he wouldn't be afraid to do it. I mean, like, is he now replaced? Is he now replaced Matt Smith in your heart for Big Buff Man?
What do you mean by that?
Big Buff Man, is he like your favorite new favorite six pack monster? Like because the guy is built.
Yamapi, you mean? His name's Yamapi.
Yamapi. He's a
Yeah.
big dude. So is he now?
Not really. I mean, I still have my ranks. Like among Asian men, there's a certain type and type, and Matt Smith is the one among white men for me.
Ooh, so you would like to see them do a show together? Basically, is what you're saying.
Yes. Basically, if they're both nudists on a show together, one white dude, one Asian dude, it's gonna be like what's that movie? Rush Hour? Yeah?
Lost her, yeah.
Yeah, or maybe Nude Hour.
Nude. I
Nude.
would
So
like to see you do this type of show. You just get Matt Smith and this guy, and you could just make a show where they run around stark naked. I'm sure the ratings would be amazing if you did that
mm,
type of show.
yes, like the music video Blink 182. I miss you.
Yes,
Oh no, what's my age again? What's my age
that,
again? With
that's
the three
again.
nudists.
That would be the one, yeah. And you could have who would be the third member then? So you got Matt Smith, maybe
Oh,
maybe
like one
Superman,
ho, one ho.
Henry Cavill.
And maybe one ho. Do you know one ho?
No,
The buff K-pop idol that I keep sending to you.
that him, Matt Smith, and the guy from Alice in Borderland.
Yes, Yamapi, one ho, Matt Smith. Yes, just run
Nice.
naked together.
That sounds like a fantastic plan there, Tara. You got to, and that's your New Year's resolution is to make that into a TV show for me and everyone.
Well, yeah, probably.
Definitely, because that would be the most thirsty show of all time.
Yeah, well, did you know that Matt Smith actually starred in a gay movie? It's called Maple Torp or Maple something. I can't remember.
I've heard about this.
Yeah. And speaking of Matt Smith, he actually appeared in the Noel Gallagher music video,
Mm.
Birds We Fly or something like that. And damn son, he is looking smashing. Like not exactly smashing, but more on dashing.
Did he play a good gay guy?
Oh no, he's a straight guy in this video and he's with a lady and I don't know who she is, but I
Mm.
will follow music video reaction to that.
Mm. So, how do you think the second season's going as a whole, though? Because I'm halfway. So,
Okay, actually I quite liked it a lot. I don't want to spoil the ending for you.
I'm up to episode 4, so we can talk about up to episode 4 if we want.
Okay,
But
which
just
episode? Who are they fighting now? I can't remember.
that, so where I am is it started off episode 1, like bang, there's no messing about, like gunfire running
Oh
crazy.
yeah, yeah, the King of Spades, the one who keep firing the gun.
Yeah, I've noticed that the one in the bikini's now got trousers on. They've clearly decided to unsex her up, so she's got jeans on this season,
Oh,
which I
she put the
thought,
clothes on. Yeah.
yeah, I thought fair play, fair play. Um, I don't know. I kind of enjoyed it. I did like the first game. It went on a bit long. There was a little bit of too much chatting, which is hilarious when one of them is naked, by the way. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I call it the shonen problem. Like in a shonen anime where there's too much talking during the battle, where they're just not doing anything but talking. If you let
Yes.
your enemy shut up and fight, and I felt like there was too much talking for people that were meant to be trying to kill each other.
Yeah, and well, actually, Naked Guy does have a lot of life philosophies, and they kept because I was talking to my colleague about it, and my colleague was watching it and texted me like, "Yo, they keep teasing to show his genitals, like everywhere he walks and everything, like his dick is being blocked, like you know what I mean?"
Yeah. Mm. I think like that's why I think they did generally just have him on screen more to be funnier. I couldn't take anything as serious he was saying because it's just he's had got no clothes on.
Yeah,
He,
yeah, that's how I felt as well. I kept laughing.
yeah, I did notice it though. Maybe it's because I've watched a lot of anime, but like as you know, Shonen's not one of my favorites because they drag stuff out like Naruto, Dragon Ball, stuff like that, talking instead of fighting during a battle, and I just kind of felt like they could have done it in one episode. I don't. Have you noticed? The flashbacks at the start of every episode is an interesting choice. Do you think that adds to the show?
I think so, yeah. Because, well, this guy, I don't know how to say, but in a way, it's funny. Like, yeah, you just cannot take anything he says seriously, if you know what I mean.
Hmm. Like I do like the guy in the cap. Not really a big character, kind of annoying. Um, like I didn't like the bit with the door to get the thing off his wrist, the wristband off of him was brutal. But I
Oh,
did.
there was this gross. It's just like, but I don't understand, yeah, how he died from like losing so much blood.
I think it's due to massive blood loss. But it felt a bit. It wasn't a character I cared about, which is awful. Not very well written.
Uh-huh.
Obviously, then they got the guy who looks like an anime character, the horribly burnt guy from last year.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just a bit. Well, thankfully, he hasn't continued with them in the plot because he tried to do things to the runner girl, the one with short hair.
You mean the Niragi, that guy, right?
Yeah. I'm really
Yeah,
glad that they
yeah,
ditched
that's
him.
what people call him a fried chicken and he's still alive. Like,
I'm glad he didn't go with the team for the rest of it though. After that, because I would have been really annoyed if they were still hanging out with him after that. Uh,
honestly, I thought there was like a redemption for him or something, but I don't know. Seems like he's still same old, same old. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I thought he would sacrifice himself when he started coughing up the blood. I was like, oh, he's going to sacrifice himself for the win. I knew somebody would sacrifice himself.
No,
So
but he does shit.
I totally thought it was going to be him, but the guy with the cap did it in the end. And I just kind of felt like, okay, cool.
Yeah, sorry for the guy in the cap though. He's a nice dude. Not like
Yeah,
the other one.
perfectly boring, nice guy character. Not hateable, just you know. I'm enjoying more the prison one. So
Oh, the prison Chishiya. Yeah, Chishiya is like what people call the super unbothered king, if you know what I mean.
yep. So at first I thought at first because the rules were like the way they wrote it, the rules were very interesting because they first they tell you like you got to guess the symbol and then we keep going until there's the Jack of Hearts is dead, right? And I was
Hmm.
like, so where's the threat bit then? You're all going to stick together, but then you realize you have to get the Jack of Hearts dead to stop the game, or he kills everyone. And you're like, oh, I bet you're literally stuck in a prison until you all figure it out. I thought that was really clever. And the paranoia. Did you get it right? Did you guess early who it was?
I didn't guess who it was actually, because I wasn't really paying attention to that episode. I was more annoyed with the Lolita girl instead, like if you know what I mean.
The what?
That Lolita girl, the one in blue.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just like super annoyed with her. I don't know why.
Oh, the Alice in Wonderland looking chick with the
Yes,
pigtails.
yes, she's just fucking irritating, and I just kept hoping she would die.
My wife thought it was her, and I said, no, it's too obvious. I said, it's clearly the person that we're not focusing on. I said, if they're focusing on them, it's not the Jack of Hearts. I've seen enough TV where it's a mystery. It's always the person you don't pay attention to.
Yeah, 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 it
Yeah.
is.
I got it wrong. I got the wrong one, but it was clearly they made it a bit obvious for me. They made it very obvious who it was. They're obvious who it wasn't. It wasn't. It's a cool concept, but I don't know, man. It feels like we've taken a side step away from the main story.
Mm.
So it feels a bit like a little filler arc in the middle of an anime.
Mm-hmm.
But I've enjoyed it. I mean, it's fine. I mean, I have one question for you because you finished it.
Yeah.
Only this is not a spoiler. Does it end the storyline? End of season two?
I have a feeling there may be another season. I don't know. They could be.
Does it leave it open for a third season?
Yes, it does. Definitely.
So there's more storyline of the manga. Then that would mean okay, that's cool.
I
So
don't know. I feel there is gonna be, but
because at the end of season one, they left it very much open for a second season. They made it very clear it wasn't over.
yeah.
So, is there a finale at the end of season two where you can leave it?
Yeah. I feel I'm not gonna spoil, but there may be a season three.
Well, it's good. I'm really enjoying it at the moment. So hopefully it does get a third season because I think now people are separated it from Squid Game. Finally, it's its own show and it's just more fun to watch. I just enjoy it more. I mean, Squid Game is great, but like Alice in Borderland, I think is superior. I just think it's got different ideas, and it's more about the games than the pain part. So
Mm.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. Were you happy with the end of season two?
Yeah, I'm actually quite happy because I took to Twitter and said something like, Alice in Borderland writers. Okay, everyone, hear me. Alice in Borderland writers are better writers than stupid George R.W. Martin, the jackass
Mm.
dude who wrote the entire Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon.
In what
They
way?
are Alex and Borderland are much better writers than him because they know how to make a better ending and not kill off all the nice characters.
Yeah, they give you a bit of hope. I feel Alice in Borderland. How do I say this? In a show like Squid Game, it kind of feels like they're just there, like Game of Thrones, just to be nasty. But
Mm,
as in Borderland, there's that bit of hope that you need sometimes.
yeah.
I mean, Squid Game is great, but I saw the old man twist coming from a mile away. I knew the old man was behind it from the word go. It was very obvious. But Alice in Borderland has surprised me numerous times, and I'm always interested to see where it goes next. So if it is, it's doing well in the top 10 in the world. It's that normally means that it will stay around for a second season, another season. It's charted in the top three, and it's still hanging in there easily. And that normally means Netflix will commission another one. Because if you remember last time, it kind of came off the back of Squid Game, and everybody was like, "Oh yeah, we go watch this," and it got a very late announcement of a season two because everybody started watching it off of Squid Game. This time, everyone's here to watch it on its own, and I'm very happy that everyone stopped comparing it to Squid Game. You know, I feel like they're both distinct enough from each other.
Yeah.
I'm fantastic. I'm happy. So another show that we wanted to talk about is Run for the Money because I remember I recommended it.
Yes, yes, you did. Yeah.
And how did you find it? It's 4 episodes though. It's really punchy. It's chaos, and they keep changing the rules, so it's always exciting. There's always chaos going on. Then they throw in the mole thing, so they can't trust each other, but they need to trust each other because they don't want all the hunters to come.
Mm.
How did you find it? I thought 4 hours was enough. It was punchy.
For me, it's actually I watched 2 episodes, I believe, and maybe it's pretty interesting.
How do you feel about the Korean guy in it?
Yeah, he's all right. Yep, shiny. He's all right.
Okay, who do you reckon will win?
I don't know.
Okay, so what do you think works and what doesn't work?
Mm, actually, I don't know to be honest, because I haven't watched this one until the end. So
What you've seen so far, do you think that they've done enough to keep it interesting all the way through, or
I guess so. Yeah.
okay. Did you finish Wednesday, by the way?
Oh yes, yes, I did. Yeah.
How did that go?
Yeah, it was really good.
Are you happy that there's a second season?
I guess I am happy.
So is there anything that they need to like sort out for the second season in your mind? Because I'm
Um,
about to watch that next week.
I don't think so. I think it's all right. Show's all right.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Fair play. So what have you been watching besides Naked Man at Doc? That should be what they called this episode. Naked Man at Doc.
Hold on. Let me see what do I watch.
Yeah, what have you been watching
Ah,
besides Alice in Borderland?
um, recently I was watching The Glory.
How's that going? Tell
It,
me about that show.
it's a Korean show and it's pretty good. So it's about this lady. She
Mm,
was bullied in school and it's pretty nasty because they took the curling iron and just put it at her skin.
yeah.
So her body was covered in those kind of burns. And when she grows up and she's successful and all, she slowly takes revenge against uh, the entire gang that bullied her.
Mm,
And I say it's pretty good because it's pretty interesting.
mm.
Yes. Yeah, a show that I like to watch are, you know, uh, revenge genres.
Do you like revenge genres? You do, really?
Hmm.
You're a
Yeah.
scary person. Do not mess with Tara Chloe.
Yeah. So, what I say this like second part is coming in March this year.
Oh, so they've Stranger Things that they're just broken it up into two parts.
Yes, yeah. And I can't wait for the second part, because her revenge is cool. She found out that, her enemy, her main arch enemy in high school,
Mm.
uh, basically the child doesn't belong to, or basically the enemy is married with a child, married to a rich guy, and the child doesn't belong to that husband. So yeah,
Okay. So, like, is it new, old? Is it just come out?
it just came out actually this year.
Okay. Okay. Is it like dramatic or comedy?
More dramatic because it's a revenge show.
Man, I mean, are you taking tips on how to get rid of all your ex-boyfriends? Is this what we're doing here?
Well, not really. It's more on well, actually, I already got my revenge on my arch enemy. I think we all know her name.
Yeah, the one that
Should
will
I
still be
mention
not named.
Yeah, should I mention it in this podcast?
You can give her a fake name if you want.
Nah, let's just go with her real name. Yeah, her name is Sarah.
Here's hoping she doesn't listen to this podcast and wants
She
to.
doesn't have time, yo. She's an air stewardess.
She's most probably flying where we're putting her name down right now.
Yeah, exactly. Her name is Sarah.
Oh God, is that how she talks?
She kind of talks with a high-pitched voice and with a fake British accent. Yeah.
Oh no, really? Oh God. There's nothing worse than when somebody tries to do a fake English accent in a
Uh,
high pitched voice. It's not pretty to listen to.
I mean, I don't have a good. I'm not sure if I can even do it, but I live in the UK so long and I only have an American accent.
Well, the way if that's how she talks, that makes me want to just take my ears out with a chisel and like punch my eardrums so I can't hear again. Be awful.
I had to endure it.
How did you wear? Yeah, you should have wore headphones, noise cancelling headphones when you were working with her.
Yeah, I probably had to.
Okay. So are you? So what you're saying is I've got an email from somebody for Sally
Hmm.
from Edinburgh,
Hmm.
Scotland. Hello. She wants to know your take. Well, it's more of a YouTube comment than an email, but she wanted to know: Does Tara's if Tara's to be a show producer, would it just be make everyone naked? Would that be her way of doing TV?
Kinda. If they're all hot, I mean, if they're all hot guys, then yeah, why
What
not?
type of show would you do with Nate hot guys?
The full Monty part two.
Jesus Christ, that would be quite funny to watch.
Yes, and it's gonna star Matt Smith. Full Monty is a British production. Am I correct?
Mm.
Yes. So the new edition is gonna star Matt Smith. If I were to make one, that is.
Is he basically the main role?
Yeah, the one who gets all the strippers together and be like, "Yo, people, we need to strip for money."
I want to see a dick sword fight.
That'd be nice.
That would be quite funny. I don't
Oh,
think that's
that's
ever been
true.
achieved outside of porn, maybe. I don't know. But that would be quite something to see. Men having a dick sword fight. That would
Yep,
be like totally interesting to see people's reaction to that.
I feel so too.
Okay, we should make that happen in 2023. That would be like the ultimate thing.
Hmm?
And there'll be a lot of people that would want to watch that. It would break records.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is going to be a short one. I think we have covered everything. I'm
Hmm.
saving most of my stuff for next week. Oh, I'll tell you what I've actually watched. I've watched Old Enough. You know, last year I spoke about the show with the kids walking down the street in Japan, going off to do chores for their parents, and I was amazed at how here in England kids don't do that. Like you get stabbed in the face in this country if you do that, but in Japan it's safer, isn't it? So you can um you can have your kids go down the road and they come back in one bit safe. Um didn't you watch it last year?
No, I did not.
So you should go watch it. It's really strangely addictive watching children walk down the road. and do shopping when they're only free, 2 or 3. Like, go watch it. It's the weirdest show because it's nothing
Well,
amazing.
I
But
mean, to me, it's not that amazing because um, I think Japanese kids are quite independent. Yeah, quite independent and well disciplined.
Yeah, but it is amazing to see from this part of the world where kids just are very overprivileged and just like massive babies who can't do anything. Where those kids have been taught manners and how to be adults when they're like 3. Like, that's kind of nuts. Just seeing what they can do is. I know. I see. The thing is with these type of shows is I know that there's obviously a lot of setup.
Mm.
They obviously tell everybody in the shops the kids are going to come in. I'm not naive. I know. I know.
Well, I mean, to be honest, I feel that British kids are quite, if you want my honest opinion, a lot of them are quite horrible after having lived there. Yeah.
Well, I'm impressed. I'm easily impressed, I think. But like, I don't know. Japan kind of put a lot of shows up early on in the new year. So there is Brown and Friends, which is Brown and Pals, which is about the line stickers.
So what?
You know the line stickers on the Japanese app line, the Japanese WhatsApp, basically.
Yes, what about them?
You know the bear and the bunny and all that.
Oh, yes, yes, yeah.
So
That's
they've done.
brown
A
on.
Canadian company has done like a.
Oh,
No,
Tashan, right? The bird?
huh?
Wasn't the bird's name Tashan?
I don't know who Tashan is.
I thought he was the bird in line, the one that stares at you.
Oh, are we talking about our friend Tashan?
Yeah, you said he's the bird in line, right? He keeps staring at you with the one eyebrow.
Oh my god, yeah. Shout out, like, that guy became like I don't know where he is now, but he wanted to be a teacher in Japan, and I'm just thinking, uh-uh.
And you know, it's not fair. They're gonna let him in just because he has a British passport.
He would get arrested being a teacher in Japan. He wouldn't be able to help himself. Japanese hunter. So basically, we got.
And I feel it's not fair just because he has a British passport, they let him be a teacher, you know?
They should do safe background checks on people. He looks like a creep anyway. So anyway, you trust someone, I've trust someone. We're gonna get back onto the show. So it's basically it's like
Okay,
a
maybe he should marry Sarah.
oh my god, we should get them together.
Yes!
Oh, this is what happens when this is a fantastic idea. We should definitely get those two married. We've used everyone else. They're not listening to this podcast. It's fine. Tashan and Sarah together forever. We'll make it the name of the podcast. So basically, I've completely lost where we were now. So yeah, Brown and Co, Brown and Friends, or Brown. I will have to find it out. It's basically non-verbal animation, but just really, really funny. Like the characters from the Line app, I've been watching that. That's quite funny. I don't think anybody's going to go watch it, but it's harmless. The duck is hilarious. The chicken with the wand. Go watch it. You might recognise the characters, Tara, because you've used Line quite a lot, haven't you? So just go check it out. It's a little something. It's quite fun. I think you'll enjoy it.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Is there anything else you want to bring up this week?
Okay. I want to say something.
Okay, go
So
for it.
recently I came across this account on Twitter and he clearly wrote on his profile, misogyny defender.
Who's writing this?
This 19-year-old hillbilly dude from Atlanta on Twitter.
Oh my god, you're going down a hole again. Go for it.
Yeah, he said misogyny defender. He's Team Green, by the way. Misogyny defender and supporter of Aegon II.
Who are we talking about?
Some dude on Twitter, a misogynist.
I know what that is, but who? Just some random dude.
Yeah.
Can't be worse than Tashan and Sara, right?
I think it's the same level on par.
Welcome to episode 136. Are Tashan and Sara worse than Meghan and Harry?
Oh yes, definitely yes.
Oh, I think that's that. I think that is the episode title for this podcast. Is Tashan and Sara worse than Harry and Meghan? Yes, brilliant, brilliant. I think we found our thing, which is fantastic.
Okay.
That's all good. Oh my god, I know how much you hate that woman. So um, this TV podcast has now turned into a slanging match for people we find annoying. Um, Let me say something about my sister. No, that's not going there. So I think, is there anything else you want to bring up in terms of TV today?
Not really, but I'm gonna watch this anime called Monster. It's about this
Oh yes, it
yes,
just came
it's
to
so
Netflix.
good.
It's one of the best anime of all time.
Yes, it's so good. It's about this Japanese guy who goes to Düsseldorf
Yeah.
and works as a surgeon, and I don't know how he ends up like in this political thingy, and he goes on the run. But I always thought that like there is a perfect guy to play the him in real life if this show was a real life action show. It is I Am from Monster X.
Mm.
Yeah, it's
It's meant to
perfect
be.
to play this role, by the
Mm,
way.
mm, 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 mm. They were trying to make a live action version of this in America, and I'm glad that they never.
Hey!
Yeah,
Yeah, they should
they
cast
never
I
got
Am from
to it.
Monster X as the main guy.
Mm. Um, I'm really glad that they never got around to making an American remake of this show because it would have been shit.
Definitely.
Mm. Mm. I mean,
Yep.
I've heard from Troy that Monster is one of the best of all time.
Yes, it's pretty good actually from
I
what I've
think we should watch it for next week, Tara. I think you and me
heard.
should start
Yeah.
watching it and bring
I'm
it.
gonna watch it. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I've not started, but I am going to. And I have a feeling that they're actually, pinning for the lead guy to be a beautiful Asian man. And I just got a list of people who, I just got somebody in mind, or maybe a list of people who can be the role, play the role. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm. True, true, true. But I'm really glad that you're talking about that because that's a show that I can focus my attention on next week. For next week, because that is something Netflix put up a lot of Japanese shows in January, in the UK at least. And
Mhm.
like it's a good start to the year if you like Japanese content. So I'm definitely going to check all that out. I think it's time to do Monster. I mean, I need to tick it off the list. To be fair, mm. I mean, for me, it feels like a show that is like perfect. It's like one of the big shows, like Breaking Bad, that everyone says is the best show of all time. And I'm kind of scared to watch it in case I don't like it, but I'm sure it'll be fantastic. I got a feeling about it. So that's your homework. Go watch Monster for next.
Okay.
Definitely. All right. I think we should call it a day, unless you've got anything else you want to talk about.
Nope, that's all.
Okay. Is there anything why don't you plug your stuff
Oh, okay.
when you're not eating?
I mean, it's a bourbon chocolate biscuit, so
Ooh, you're posh.
Japanese one. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, go to my channel. There are many titty men, and
Yeah.
recently, oh, Yamapi was being featured on my TikTok.
Mm.
Yes, he's a nude. There's a K-pop song called Nude. I
Nude.
mean, nude, but they pronounce it as nude.
Nude.
SOODE. Now I draw a luxury nude. So I crop those parts and put it into like a short TikTok of Yamapi walking naked and all. And fucking communist TikTok just has to remove it because they're so close-minded. They say it's violating the content for the community because his butt is there. I'm like, yo, why are you so salty at Yamapi's butt? Are you like jealous your ass isn't as great as his? I'm so pissed you removed my video. Such close-minded people. It's just a goddamn butt, yo. Like if you go to Europe or some of those ancient temples and in certain places, you will see many sculptures with penises or
Yeah, back to the
boobs
days, yeah.
everywhere. So I'm like, yo, why are you so offended? You also have it.
Mm.
Yeah. I
Mm.
mean, I feel that people who have sculpted and nice bodies who worked out a lot, they have the right to walk around you.
True. I mean, I think you would. I think you would be behind if tomorrow we all had to take our clothes off. I think you'll be at the front of the queue for nudists, wouldn't you?
No, no, no. I mean, if they have a body like Yamapi or Wonho, Matt Smith, I think they have a right to be nude or nude. Yes,
Nude.
yes,
The way
yes.
you say nude is quite funny.
Yeah. But if it's someone like who should I say?
Boris Johnson,
Yes, then that's where we got your eyes out.
Prince Harry.
Oh no, 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 they shouldn't be walking nude, they shouldn't be nude. It's disgusting.
I would like to see though a show like Squid Game where you get annoying couples together. So Tashan and Sarah versus Meghan and Harry would be amazing. Give them pickaxes and watch them destroy each other.
Yep, because I mean Sarah lost a boyfriend because
Sarah.
of a boyfriend. So there's Tashan. I mean if he doesn't want Japanese, he can have a Singaporean.
That's if he's not locked up in a Japanese prison right now for being a
Yeah, yeah, you can have a Singaporean who doesn't act like a Singaporean, who wants to pretend she's I don't know what. Yes.
Oh my god, hilarious. Okay, we are going to go now. We are going to go before we get into more trouble.
Okay.
Actually, they won't listen to this. We're fine.
They're not gonna listen. But if someone discovers it and tells her, "Hear me, I'm gonna say this right now, okay? Fuck you, Sarah's friend. Okay, fuck you, and fuck you. I don't work with you anymore. I don't see you anymore. We have nothing to do with each other anymore. Moving forward, we're not gonna do anything with each other anymore. So fuck you, okay?
And then that bombshell. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
everything else, Troy's YouTube channel, the emails, the Instagram, the Twitter, the Facebook group is all in the description below. We'll be back next week with House of Animation. We'll be recording more of them. Woohoo! Finally. Um and Tara's Hot Man YouTube channel is also in the description. It has been a lovely day. Have a good evening. Good night for me.
Good night.
Ah, Harry and Meghan, what a bunch of assholes.